Greetings. Alright, thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. It's Tuesday night. And, alright, I guess some states are going to start to open up. And that's going to be probably a death sentence for many of them, but hey, they get tired of being. It's funny how I just said that. Nice. Yeah, people are getting tired of being locked down, so they're going to put themselves in danger, and the numbers are going to spike. That's what it looks like is going to happen. I guess it doesn't matter. So more power to you on that one. So yeah, they're going to get more lenient and supposedly cautious. Now, not all areas will be affected. Some places will be fine, and others will be a little bit relaxed and for the wrong reasons. But everybody's tired of being locked down. The economy is tanking, so that's going to put more people in danger. But more power to you on that one. It is the ascension. So the more relaxed some people get, the more they're going to have. It's not going to be very friendly. It's just the way it is. It's just the way. They think they're going to get back into their lives. Think again. So not everybody's. Most people will be all right, but it's going to hit certain areas without the. After they open up, they're going to have to lock some places down. Not everything, but there are going to be places where they're going to have to. Like the beaches is a really bad idea, but everyone's tired of being locked down, so they don't have much choice, it seems. So that's all right for those that don't need to be here or on their way out. That's all. And the numbers are never going to be right. I think it's more people leaving than they can record, so we're going to definitely see a spike somewhere, many places, but we'll just have to see how that goes. So, they're fatigued, they're tired of all this, but, that's where this thing's going to hit. I don't, my daily life, I don't even wear a mask. I wash my hands anyway, so if people aren't washing their hands, more power to you on that one. But, I don't wear a mask, I don't even waste my time with all that. When I shop, I don't care. So, this is diseases for those that are here to leave, or this is for certain individuals. They're not going to give it to me. If I get it, more power to them. I'll take it, but I doubt it. So, I'm not afraid of it at all, to be honest with you. Obviously, I use your caution, but then I use my caution anyway. So, just the joys of life. 10 Days of Darkness put in the title. I'm just milking that title because YouTube seems to like it. Just fucking retarded world. Such a shit. People are still on that train apparently. So I'm just using clickbait. Whatever works for you. Nothing else seems to work, but alien disclosure, nobody seems to care, or some people do. Doesn't mean it's going to happen right away, but we are in that timeline for it to become. We're in a lockdown. That's not going to. This thing is not going to go away. The more they open things up, then they're going to have to shut things down. So that's going to be quite entertaining. But we're going to have some kind of wave where a lot of people are going to leave. It's going to be a quiet phase, and then the numbers are going to just start spiking. Not everywhere, but hot spots definitely. And they don't really seem to be recording all this on many places either. In the United States, not all of it's being recorded. So some of the numbers are higher, like California, but there's other states too that aren't really recording everything. They don't want to make themselves look bad. That's interesting. I don't know how they can do that, but apparently some of them are skewing the numbers. So it's actually worse in some areas. They're not saying where, but it doesn't matter. I think you just go by your senses on that. Of course, I've already forgot what I was getting at too. Alien disclosure, lockdown. Yeah. Anyway. All right. We'll see what. I'm not sure what's going on in the world. I haven't paid attention. Nothing as usual. For those who are new to all this, I'm Total.com. I have private sessions. If you dare, I have this calendar. We're on a channel. Google Hangouts, Zoom, and channeling my phone. And I forget what day I'm on, actually. I'm on the 21st of this month. So about 10 days. It's going to be a little bit more. I don't answer questions on the webinar days because I'm worn out. And I'll start answering questions again on Thursday. Unless I got enough energy tomorrow, which I might. Before it. We'll see how things go. Alright. Thank you for joining us. Tonight's lockdown or unlockdown. Where I am, we're going to be locked down for probably another month. I don't think they really made it that clear, but if they open it up, if we have so many old people here, it'd be all just... I don't think they're going to open things up. Yeah, bad idea. So, yeah, the beaches here are still closed. Some, one of them is open, but not in my area. So, yeah, having the beaches open is absolutely hilarious. I mean, well, people want to leave. They want to get out of here. So, I mean, off the planet. So, they're just opening up that door for themselves. That's all. Whatever works for you. So, let's see here. Yeah, October, obviously, we'll have a good idea where things are going. Maybe not entirely clear, but a lot clearer than we have right now. June is a place, once again, of some openings. More things are going to relax. Like, May is too early, from what I feel. Too early, even for Texas. Some areas, maybe they're just taking a big risk, but who cares, right? A lot of these states, because they're hurting for money. But that's another third dimensional idea system. It's like, if you're going to hurt for money, yeah, it's just, that's okay. Some will survive and a lot won't, from what I can feel from that. So let's see what happens. So, yeah. And they're not reporting the numbers as clearly, so who knows. Doesn't matter. Alright, yeah, because some people are going to let down their guard. And that's when this sucker is going to move right in. I feel it right now. Is this ready to play ball? It's like, I'm glad you guys are coming out of your houses. Now I can come and kick your ass. That's what I'm getting from it. So, it's not going to be for everybody, of course, but, yeah. It's a good lesson for some. Alright, let's see. Anything else? No. Alright. Here we go. As for who's going to be channeled, I think I made it. I already forgot. Okay, we'll just, we'll figure it out as we go. So, alright, blessings. Yeah, we got an idea. Alright, blessings, here we go. Greetings. This is the Elohim, your alien disclosure. Well, they are behind the scenes, as usual. As many of you brought them here in your incarnation. So you kind of brought your own crew with you. You all have your own groups. And some do have their negative groups also. Some can go through rehabilitation. This is a rehabilitation for many souls. It's rehab. If you want to change, you can. But some, they don't realize they have individuals around them that they can't see pulling them down. Enjoy your darkness. See, what happens with some that are getting pulled in by darkness? They don't realize it's like, once they take you down, the soul that took you down, they own you. So you're a prize. So they don't realize those that are slowly letting go, not realizing who's doing it. And yes, it is true, those that go through a suicidal situation can reincarnate, not always, into third world countries instantly. Whereas very poor, poverty is everywhere. So you can be very wealthy, as like a wealthy doctor, as one just left, and incarnate in a third world country with nothing. So those of you that are thinking of that pattern of overdose or alcoholism might want to rethink your existence here. As now is a time of great pain, of course, as the world transitions into a new reality. Now is the time for choice. And it's a critical time. You have a couple of years to decide where you want things to go. Yes, this isn't going to happen right away, as some might feel it is. You are in a cleanse, a transformation, yes. But it's not something that happens in a couple of months. It takes years. But you are in that transition. You're not going back, as many of you know. This is the new normal, right? Yes. And it's going to get more strange as you go. Well, it'll take 2 years from the final transformation to really occur, where you really know where things are going. And those that are abusing their abilities, they're manipulating others with their looks, their talents, whatever it might be, they have a 2-year grace period right now. So if they don't make their choice up, and they're still not changed their ways, darkness is going to take them in. They can't hide anymore. Now, as many of you know, your abilities are shifting, and even your average human that wishes to change, their senses are going to open up too. And they'll see those that are manipulating your society. Now, others that enjoy the manipulation and are part of the dark vibrations, a lot of them are going to leave. Yes, the wave of death here has just begun. It's not going to be a quick one. It's not from your cabal. They're not this powerful. Your cabal can only do so much. And as they've been trying to wipe out your race for many times, they've been unsuccessful. This is not them. You might give them credit, and they'll take it. But as they get destroyed with it, say, thank you for giving us that credit, but it's not doing much good right now. As we're being wiped out with it too, along with you. Those of you that know your direction know exactly where things are going. Doesn't mean you know exactly where it's going, but you know where you're heading. And yes, not to worry. There's going to be worry, of course. But there's also, yes, loved ones that are going to be the hardest one. Relationship energies are going to be the hardest. Because some will not change and get pulled into the cycle of leaving the earth. Whatever it might be. Some of them are experiencing, of course. So that's probably the hardest thing out of all those things. Some that you're very close to might not make it through this. That's the hardest of anything. Depending on the connection, of course. If it's a heart root chakra connection, is deadly. Even to the person that's connected, another person leaves. Even the person that's connected to that person can feel a lot of loss there. As for Earth's transformation, yes, a 2-year cycle. Is this man-made? Is this divide? Yes, of course. It is many things. It is all things, but it is not cabal controlled. It is not controlled by your Illuminati, or whoever you want to call them. It is spread. It is forces here assisting, of course, yes. But they aren't in full control. Let's put it that way. It's a little bit of everybody is involved. Let's put it that way. So it's also like your storms. Not everything's under control. Mother Earth is pretty much well in control of all this. Now, everyone's going to have their own perspective. Some don't want to see the conspiracy side. Don't want to see the real side of it. Whatever it might be. You're always going to run into that. There's always going to be different points of view. You're just going to have to live with that. So, I mean, if you harken on, believe what you want to believe. That's what matters. If you try to get everyone to believe what you want to believe, it's not going to work. You're all part of different realities, different dimensions, multiverses. Getting you all in the same boat is kind of impossible. You've all experienced different things. If you are... Yes, it's very difficult for you to all experience the same thing. It's just impossible. So your energies here, yes, you're removing a lot of Archon energies here. Of course, there's a lot of, parasitic vibrations, yes. Those are teachers of your world from other worlds. Some incarnate here just to activate your lower astral to take over your planet. Saturn is a tool of that. Saturn is a teacher. It is, yes, not the kindest teacher, but one that's very good at teaching. Yes, because they only have a certain amount of time to teach. So they have to be hard on you. You already brought in these low energies. Saturn comes in to make it work for you. To become a better plumber, a artist, a whatever it is. You brought these elements here. And how do you make it work for you on many levels? How to build that building. Saturn is very much involved with it. There's other energies here too. So this is why you see Saturn in much symbolism. Yes, there might be part of the control system, but it's also to assist humanity in its growth. It's like a university, Earth's university with Saturn images everywhere. Yeah, Pluto, Mars, etc. is involved with that too. Your mythology is kind of telling you who's assisting you. Doesn't mean they're running the show. You might seem like that because you like to get some people like giving their power to the elites, but it's just you're helping. It's like think of the elite as more schoolmasters. They're just here to assist you in your teachings. Some might just screw you and all of that, but in the long run, it's there to teach. It's there to make you a better student. Some take it to a whole new level. Some just don't like. Obviously, the tests that you go through, you don't always remember. You signing up for all of this. You're like, more. We understand. But that's really what it comes to. It's Earth University. One of the hardest worlds in your universe. Not the hardest, but one of them. I would best just to focus on this one and not focus on others. As some of you already have an idea. Yes, the human experience is become part of your universe as one of the main parts of growth. As many of you have incarnated as insects, as lion people, there was a time frame of your universe where everybody wanted to be an insect. And then you evolved from that, became a cow person. Of course, there's various different energies. We became different types of incarnations. The feline is very dominant at one time. The other bird people are very dominant. So you go through cycles. Now you're going through the human cycle. And you're going to see your level in the universe eventually. It's still in the growth process. And this is one of the hardest teachers to get to where you need to be, to connect to your alien friends. This is also helping other Pleiadian Syrian beings too, as they don't have all the answers. They're humans. Like, how do we become human? What are we about? They don't quite figure themselves out completely. No one ever does. But your world helps give them more knowledge, as you have much knowledge from other universes. And your aliens recognize that, but they can't go into it here. Why are things here the way it is? Why does nothing make sense? There are universes where absolutely nothing ever makes sense. You can be in fourth, fifth, sixth dimension, nothing makes sense. Just like your world. Which is even harder. At least your dimensions are a little bit more clear here. Other dimensions, you have no idea. It's just as fuzzy no matter where you go. Might be in the fifth dimension. I don't have to eat, but I still don't understand what the hell we're doing here. We see this and that. We don't know. We don't understand anything. So you're seeing different layers, and more will come clear. What matters now is surviving this situation, which is not easy, of course. Especially once again, as we said, loved ones are going to be the hardest ones. You can deal with the virus. You can find some. Yes, we understand unemployment is very difficult, also, but loved, family energy is very hard, especially if you have children right now. This is a hard time when you think about it. So that's when your senses are heightened the most. So it's a critical time. And throughout this next year, things will be a lot more simple and understood. This year, nothing's going to be understood. It's going to be foggy. It has to be. there's lessons. The future's, it's not necessarily set. You're setting it up right now. Your actions right now are setting up your future, of course, but it's more critical than it ever has been in a very, very long time. So yes, states are opening themselves up, and they're going to have a surprise for some of them. As they got to, some of it has to do with greed, obviously, with financial situations. Your society is set up where it does not help those that are financially need. Well, it's going to learn eventually. Some are going to go through so many hardships, but I get your world to realize this system doesn't work, and you're learning it now. Of course, you've learned it before, but yes, because it also shows your economic system is going to be removed. Not yet, but you see it how it's tumbling down, but it's still sustaining. But it also shows it's near its exit. Now its exit is going to be right away, but it shows you that you are on the way of disconnecting it from your world. So your Great Depression was a sign of it too. Your recent economic calamity, it shifts. It's new timelines coming in, timelines going out, death, rebirth. You're going through a rebirth, but for that to work, death must occur. As many of you have heard that already. Earth transformation. You might even start seeing your Earth look at a different color. You might just feel like the colors of your Earth is different. Of course, you might just feel it, then see it. As you more feel it, you know where things are going. And economical systems will find a way to escape your world in due time. Yes, we're not going to say, yes, this is all stages, but it's more to it than that, of course. The human consciousness is right now being asked what they want to get rid of. It's like a garage sale. What do you want to sell? What do you want to get rid of for free? What do you want to clear out? So you've already made a decision, but you're not really ready to get rid of things. Such as your economic system. You're going to see it. Some things will be kind of there, and you take it back, and then you just say, okay, just get rid of it altogether. So some of these major companies will almost fall, then stay alive, and then go away. So it's like a garage sale of giving things away, basically. Your fabrics of your planets are going to definitely shift. You'll feel weather energy is a lot stronger, meaning you'll just sense them more, but you feel the consciousness of that weather system. You have a tornado, a hurricane, whatever it might be, you feel the consciousness of it, not necessarily the weather effects. You might feel the weather effects, of course, depending on what vibration would you connect to. But the consciousness, what is this bringing this in? Sometimes it is an alien vibrations. Of course, but not always. A lot of it is human consciousness that's wants it to rain, or they wants it to snow. So your alien beings don't have a full control over where things are going. They are assisting. There are some who wish to manipulate humans, but they're not. They can manipulate they manipulate humans to make the wrong decisions. That's what's happening right now. So they kind of pressure them to injure themselves or injure somebody or just make the wrong life's choice that kind of has a snowball effect onto others. The idea is to get one to fall and get others to come down with you. It's just more of a joy. It's a play. It's a play that you are the actors, and it's a soap opera in some ways if you want to look at it that way. It is a. Well, we tell you this: those that are playing your world, that line will be seen shortly. For those that already have an idea of who's here, see, when you ask for alien energies, you wish for alien vibrations. Be careful what you wish for. Because this world might just get it to you. As you've heard before. So seeing alien vibrations in your third eye, as you might necessarily see them in your physical yet, but when you start seeing them in your third eye more often, and you're not even trying, you're just living your life instead of seeing a reptilian there, archangel, whatever it might be. It's like, so this is the new world now. I see them everywhere. They're coming and going, popping in and out. I don't have to feel them. I see them. So that's the new phase you're going to slowly come into. Some of you are already there. This will be part of your daily life over time. Isn't it about time? Some have gotten very complacent. Humans are normally used to that. They're average human. Well, they're, some call them matrix people, which is humorous. Headstrong people. People that don't want to grow spiritually, don't want to. They get comfortable in a reality, a mindset, and they just put themselves in neutral and let it flow. Many of you are going to the alien energies and all, but even right now you're in a strange time. Even those that have been living in neutral in the third dimension are just starting to hit the stop button and put themselves back in the drive. It's like, maybe there is something going on after all. Yes, your Pentagon knows exactly what it's doing. They did disclosures of your UFOs before to warm you up. Doesn't mean there's going to be a UFO sighting, like a major one. No, there won't be any fake sightings. They can't do that. They don't have enough expertise in that. Now, for those, they're not going to do it. So for those that are paranoid, controlling your society through conspiracy energies, are going to go through some very rough years. Because this is not going to end. So some of them are going to retire out. You still see 2 years for many of them. So those that are in conspiracy energies of the low vibrations, that are, yes, living the life of wealth, because that's the trickster energy. Bring in a low energy and live a wealthy life. That's usually how it works. You're a messenger of darkness, usually. But they have lessons there. They do teach you, but they also bring out the lower astral. The lower astral has a way of funneling money to those. It's a trickster energy. It was done that way. You have kings. You have a queen right now that's living a life of luxury, that has a controlling system over your world. So those that are controlling your reality are usually of wealth of some kind. So it's nothing new. As wealth implodes in due time, you will all be fine if you wish to be. Yes, you have to be willing to change, yes. As many of you are willing to adapt, about time I'm ready to adapt. I'm tired of all this. Where's my aliens? Where aliens aren't too far away. Now, they're careful when they show their vibrations, but realize when they show themselves, there's no going back. But once again, most likely won't be in a third dimensional reality, in a fourth dimensional reality, where you'll be tuning into more often. So, it's like a TV anywhere you go. So they're going to show up when they need to. They're not going to do it drastically anytime soon, but they are warming up towards it as you change your frequency, as many of you already have. Like I said, we're telling this to those that aren't experiencing it. Those that already experienced, like, well, some of you are experiencing, it's like, yeah, that's exactly, I want you to share this with others, and you will do so in due time. There will be a time when you see these beings, and you'll be able to tell somebody, and people will not be afraid. Right now you have a virus everywhere, well, soon you have aliens everywhere. Right now you're talking about the virus. Virus this, virus that. It's an unseen thing, but it's affecting your world, isn't it? Aliens are the same way. They'll be unseen, but affecting your world. Well, technically they are now, but I think you understand. Only difference, the aliens will be part of the narrative. Meaning, there will be sightings and be taken more seriously by your public. And that's when the sightings are going to start to happen. Among your average Joes and those of you that are connecting to it. Those that are connecting to it are going to wish you bring in all the aliens you can as soon as possible. Have a party. Yes. Was it 6 inches, 6 feet away? I don't think you're going to have that problem. They're not going to do that anyway. So, yes, as more alien energy is going to get stronger on your planet. So, soon, time frame of this is up to you. We're putting this energy out there for you to connect with. Do as you wish with it. Now, many of you wish to open up your third eye and really force energies to be shown. There's nothing wrong with that, but it does wear you out. For them, just, yes, continue to work on, but not force it. Just let it ease. Releasing low vibrations, finding peace within yourself. The more impatient you become for bringing alien energy shows there's still healing to be done. What do I need to release that's causing this impatience? Finding the right question is not so easy on your own healing. It's like, this person's bothering me in astral, how can I heal it? And sometimes you have to ask the right question, and sometimes the answer is usually that's never going to change. Live with it. You can ask it 20 more times. You're going to get the same answer. You can ask other guys, is it worded differently for you? But it's going to be the same answer. Just the way it is for some of you. Some of you be able to remove things. Some of you just like, you have, you have certain individuals that will always be there with you. Yes, patience is a difficult one on this planet. We realize that. Well, if life living was easier, daily life was easier, patience would be a lot easier too. There's more joys in life currently for some of you. Some of you have difficulties finding joys in life. It'll be easier to be patient. But you feel like when this new thing comes in, like an alien vibration, you'll feel a lot better. And that doesn't mean that's not true. Most likely it is true. It's just it's patience because the world's not ready for it. Well, as you can see, the world is getting ready for it. But it doesn't mean they're going to show up right away. Oh yes, your 10 days of darkness is up to those that wish to experience it. 3 days of darkness, 10 days of darkness, 30 days of darkness. You don't have to experience that, but some need it for darkness of the soul. So, and those, yes, are lying to themselves, lying to others. More people are going to see through those lies eventually. And that energy is no longer be welcome on your world in due time. It's not ready just yet because there's lessons to be learned with that. As you said, 2-3 years for that type of vibration to be fully released. Over time, we're going to see more of those trickster energies and how they operate here. So yes, well, real quick before we go. For those that are, yes, drug addicts, you ask yourself, what around me is causing that? Some like the high, but then you get a being around you that tells you the high is great. They kind of connect with you to bring in that high, to misdirect you. Same thing you do with alcohol. Another being comes in and can misdirect you to that substance and make it impossible to release. Clearing out your vibrations is key, if you wish to grow. There is a darkness of growing, but it is once again possession. If you're not growing, healing from addictions, yes, is a form of possession, unfortunately. That apparently those souls are just not willing to release from that just yet. It's if it's fun, that shows that there are beings there that are feeding that low vibration. Yes, the chakras must be healed, and rehabilitation is needed away from all of that. It's lower astral energy. Some souls are incarnated through lower astral to get connected to addictions and can't get out. Now, some of them died, either were killed, not necessarily a suicide, not necessarily. Some are just killed by a spouse through a violent situation, incarnate here, and go back into the cycle again to almost get them killed again. And then go back in the cycle again. That's one scenario we are allowed to say, right? So addictions are curious. Some go addictions just for soul growth, but some can't let it go, and yeah, it derails them completely. So blessings to you on your journeys here. This is the Elohim.